What is going on, guys? This is Crozen and welcome to my pure quality build for Dark Souls Remastered. So I went for the basic pure quality way, which is 40 strength and 40 dexterity. It's probably not even the most common way, but it's a really good beginner build. It works out well in PvE and also holds its own in PvP. But there's so many different ways to go ahead and make quality builds. I'll discuss a few right now. So you really don't have to go up to 40 strength if you really don't want to. You can actually go to 27 strength, and if you only two-hand your weapon, you will get nearly the same amount of damage as someone with 40 strength. So that's a pretty big bonus, but you lose out on a lot of extra one-handed damage. So if you find yourself primarily blocking, or if you have pyro, which we are using a little bit of pyro on this build, then you're really going to suffer with any one-handed attacks that you do if you do not have 40 strength. So that's really the trade-off. You trade off pretty much 13 points, but you get a lot more extra one-handed damage if you use a lot of one-handed attacks on your weapon. So there's that to consider. There's also the fact that you can only go up to 28 strength even, and if you want to use the Murakumo, that requires 28 strength to use that one-handed, and you can actually only do that as well. So those are two options. Those are options that I'll probably do in later builds. But for this build, I wanted to go straight up pure quality, going up to 40 strength and 40 dexterity, and that is what I pretty much did. So as far as weapons goes, I mean, there's so many different weapons that you can do with quality builds, especially if you go up to 40 strength and 40 dex. I mean, you can pretty much use 80% of the weapons in this game that don't have any intelligence or faith requirements. So some of the best ones that I like to use are the halberd and the claymore. I mean, those are pretty much weapons that you can get really early in the game, and they can last you your entire playthrough. And not only that, but they are really good in PvP as well. I use the halberd a lot. I actually like that one better than the claymore in PvP. And then also, just a backup weapon, something quick. I use the gold tracer here. Even though this is a dex weapon, it still gives you a lot of damage because you are going up to 40 dexterity, so you're essentially a dex and a strength build at the same time. But you can use all different types of things. You can use the falchion if you want to. You could use the Zweihander. Zweihander is a good main weapon that you can use with this too, because Zweihander in this game, it's really more of like a quality weapon rather than just a pure strength weapon. But for backup weapons, you can use the longsword, bandit's knife if you want to backstab people. I know backstabs are like really terrible in this game. But Gold Tracer is another fast one. You pretty much want a fast, quick weapon in case you run into any trouble or need to finish anything off. And then for our shields in this game are another fucking story. I gotta say, shields, you can pretty much use half of the shields in this game, and they are really good, especially all these shields that have low equipment weight. So like this one here, heater shield. This was the one I started because I started with the warrior class. The heater shield can pretty much last you the entire game, and if you level this thing up, it gets you like 68 stability, I believe, and that is really good. That's pretty much better than average. But you could go for another one that only has one extra weight, and you could go for like the tower kite shield or the other kite shield here, and these give you 72 stability, and they can pretty much block anything in this game. So you can go for those two. You can even go for the Sanctus if you wanted HP regen, but I would advise against that. Boulder Shield is another really good one that has really high stability. Grass Crest Shield if you want some stamina recovery. So this one works out really well if you're not shielding, but if you're putting your weapon, or if you're putting your shield on your back and two-handing your weapon, then you could probably use the Grass Crest Shield instead. Blood Shield, another one that has some nice resistances. Crest Shield, if you are going up against any magic users or magic bosses, this thing will pretty much block all magic. And then even the Silver Knight Shield, this is a really good one because it has like the best stability in the game with only 5 weight. So there's so many different options that you can choose with shields. I just chose the Tower Kite Shield because I kind of like the way this one looks, but again, you can even use the Heater Shield if you really wanted to save on that extra 1 equipment weight. And then also the Pyro Flame. So we will be using a little bit of pyro with this build. I believe nearly every build should have some pyro on it because it doesn't require any intelligence or faith. You don't get any scaling from those stats, so you can pretty much just upgrade your pyro flame and you can get the most damage out of this thing. So because we are using 12 attunement, that means it gives me 2 attunement slots to pretty much use the Great Chaos Fireball. This is one of my favorite ones because it leaves a lava pool, so even if you don't hit someone directly with it, they can run into that lava pool and it will still damage them, so it really works out well in PvP. But you can go for so many different options here. You can go for say Fire Tempest, which is pretty much a stronger version of Firestorm, and you could even go for the Great Fireball, which is pretty much the exact same thing as the Great Chaos Fireball. Does the same amount of damage, except you don't get that lava pool which people can run into. You can even use something like Great Combustion or Fire Surge. You could even use one of these mist spells, but I don't tend not to use those too much. And then also you can even use Flash Sweat, Iron Flesh, Power Within. That's another good one. Even Black Flame. I mean, there's just so many good options for Pyro that it makes sense to use it on nearly every build. But there's something to know. As you see, I only went with 40 dex with this build, but Pyro actually gets the fastest casting time with 45 dexterity. But I was really curious to find out how fast the difference was, so I actually went ahead and put them side by side. And as you see, Pyro with 45 dexterity is a little bit faster. I think I put them in Premiere Pro, and I think it ended up being like 0.09 of a millisecond faster. So I don't think it was really worth it if you're going like an off-spec Pyro. But if you're maining Pyro, meaning that if you're going to go up to like 16 attunement and have all different types of Pyro spells, and that's one of your main attacks that you're going to use, then it's probably worth it to go up to 45 dex. But for primarily a quality build, I don't think it's really worth it to spend those extra 5 points for that. It's really not a huge difference. But if your main attacks are with Pyro, then I could see where you need to really get up to 45 dexterity for that. But everything else, pretty much got the Halberd and Gold Tracer, like I said, Pyro Flame, the shield. This is what I'm using for my armor sets. And then also the Mask of the Mother, which gives me an extra 10% bonus to my HP, which works out good in PvE or PvP. And then also for the main ring we will be using, it is the Ring of Favor and Protection. This pretty much gives you a 20% bonus to HP, stamina, and your load. It's one of the best rings in the game, and you should use this on pretty much any character. And then also for the second weapon, or the second ring I should say, you can pretty much use anything here, because if we take this off, we can still have our fast roll. So if you wanted to use, say, the Darkwood Grain Ring, which gives you that fast rolling action like a ninja, you could even use this. You can use Havel's Ring if you want a little bit more armor. You can use all different types of things. Hornet Ring if you're a backstab pro, or anything of the sort like that. But I use Wolf Ring for PvP because combined with this armor set, Wolf Ring will give me 53 poise. And what that means is when you have 53 poise, you're able to power through any two-handed R1 attacks from great swords, axes, curved great swords, and then also hammers. So that's pretty much a lot of different builds that use those weapons, and being able to power through all of those means that you won't get staggered. And the only things you have to watch out for are ultra great swords and great hammers. So you have to watch out for both of those, and everything else you're pretty much able to power through. So that's why I use the Wolf Ring. But if you are doing this for PvE, then you could probably cancel the Wolf Ring and go for something else like Havel's Ring, and use something like that. You could even go for a Ring of Steel Protection or Chloranthy Ring. Those are also some nice secondary options as well. So aside from that, for the stats, if you're going up to soul level 120, you want at least 40 vitality and 40 endurance. A lot of people actually go higher in both of these categories. One thing about vitality is that once you get up to 50, you won't really get much vitality anymore after that. especially after 40. I mean, after 40, I think that's the soft cap, so you really start to lose a lot more HP per point after 40 vitality. And then for endurance, 40 is pretty much the soft cap. If you get up to 40, then you pretty much maximize your stamina. You won't get any more stamina going past 40, but you will still increase your equipment load when you go past 40. So if you want to wear some nice heavy armor, then I would probably recommend that you go higher than 40 endurance, but for most builds, it really isn't necessary. So there's that, and then also, like I said, the 40 strength and 40 dex, and then also the 12 attunement for the 2 attunement slots for Pyro. And that is pretty much it. That is all the basic things that you need to know about a pure quality build. And then, like I said, you can even only level up strength to 27 or 28 if you want to use the Murakumo and you primarily two-hand your weapons. That works, and you would save 12 or 13 points that way that you can use in Vitality or something else, or Endurance, or even go up with a little bit more attunement or get the max casting speed with your Pyro Flame. There's just so many different things you could do with that, but this is pretty much the basic thing that you could do for quality builds. So if you guys want to stick around, I guess we can do some PvP and we can see just how well that does with the pure quality build. What is this guy doing? Hello there. Hello there. Okay. I want to face you. Oh! I could have got the backstab there, but I didn't. The thing about this game is that PvP is a lot slower, and if you miss your attacks, you're pretty much prone to a backstab, like instantly. It's pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy. So that's something that you have to consider whenever you are doing this. Okay, so I'm trying to see. But yeah, people can roll in like that. I mean, backstabs are just crazy in this game, and I really don't like to look for them because they're like too easy. I mean, a lot of people just fish for backstabs, which is crazy. Like this guy, he's trying to get behind me. No thanks. I'm gonna get out my gold tracer so that way I get something quick. He's not running in against this. I think he knows better. I think he knows better. Alright, and that is pretty much it. So yeah, you gotta watch out for backstabs. If you miss anything with a weapon that's kind of slow, Claymore or any kind of ultra greatsword, even some of these weapons like halberds and stuff, you pretty much are open to a backstab easily. So you gotta watch out for that, and that's pretty much the normal for Dark Souls PvP. This guy's a dual katana user? Is that a dual katana? Oh, and the Murakumo? This guy got some crazy shit going. Alright, let's see. Let's see what he's gonna do here. Oh, it looks like he's trying to get around me to backstab. No, I don't think so. I'm like watching that more than anything because it seems like the only thing that would kill you in this game is backstabs, and that's something that you really gotta watch out for. Alright. He is blocking like crazy with that. Oh, there we go. 420 attack. 420 attack with the combo. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, now he's trying to parry me. I don't think so. Oh, can I get this? Can I get one of these? Oh, run into that lava pool, please. Oh, this might leave me open. See, like that, the running R1s, like if you miss on that, that's pretty much backstab open right there. Oh, he's trying to get around me. Oh, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do, sir. Alright, let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. There we go. So, you just gotta wait. I think the most important thing with PvP in this game is you have to really be a lot more patient than you normally otherwise would be. That's something that I had to learn right away coming from Dark Souls 3. But once you learn how to be patient a little bit, then you can pretty much win every fight as long as you don't get backstabbed or, you know, you're not trading with an ultra greatsword or something like that. So, that's pretty much how that works out. Alright, so now I'm mixing it up. I'm going for Great Combustion and Fire Tempest, but it doesn't look like this guy's going to let me buff. It doesn't look like you're going to let me buff. Oh shit, yep, I knew it, I knew it. I don't even know how I missed that attack, but this is what I'm talking about. When shit like this happens... Oh, and I'm probably dead now. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Oh, I couldn't get to him in time. Alright, I'm on the ropes right now. He's got me on the ropes. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna beat this dude like this. Only way is probably with a backstab, right? Only way is probably with a backstab, or just go all out like that. Oh shit! Wow! So, I don't know how I missed on that R2 attack, but that was a lucky fight, I gotta say. I got hammered there early, and good thing I recovered. But yeah, backstabs like that. That's a perfect example of what I was trying to tell you guys. If you miss an attack and someone's right next to you, you're getting backstabbed. There's just no way around that. So you better make sure that you do not miss any attacks at all in PvP, or else it's pretty much game over. Okay, let's see what I got over here. I don't want to go in on him there. Let's try this. Oh, he's going around for a backstab. Yep. Yep. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, that should hit him. Oh, and I could follow it up. That's nice. That is nice. Okay, let me see if I can't... Oh, I thought he was going to run in on it. This guy is a little bit more patient. He's not as aggressive, so he's not going to run in on something like that. To get Fire Tempest to hit. Oh. Oh. Alright. Oh, there we go. And that is how you do it right there. So that's another thing I wanted to discuss. I noticed that a lot of times attacks work out better if you don't actually lock onto your target. So that's another thing to focus on. If someone's trying to run around you for a backstab, just free aim your attacks and you should likely hit them. So that's another thing to consider for you guys. But yeah, as far as resins go, you want to make sure you at least buff it up if you can, just because every little bit of damage helps in pretty much anything. Let me see if I can't do something around here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I gotta figure out what this guy is planning on doing. Looks like he's trying to get behind me. Yes, it does. Oh shit. There we go. Oh, I missed on that last one though. Can I Great Combustion you? Oh, and I could stagger you too. I think how that works, because Great Combustion is pretty similar to Black Flame. I think how that works is Black Flame can actually stagger people more. It has like a higher poise breakthrough than Great Combustion, but Great Combustion does more damage. Something of the sorts like that. I don't know, I have to go back and look at that, but Great Combustion is another good one that you can use, as you see right there. So that should do it for the pure quality build, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and especially a little bit of that PvP segment. I didn't really want to do a lot of PvP just yet. I kind of want to just work on focusing on builds first before I start doing, you know, a whole PvP set for like 20 minutes or something like that. So tell me if you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me if you like this pure quality build, and let me know what kind of build you want to see next. I know I could do all different types of quality builds. I can do a strength build, a dex build, pyro build, intelligence build, faith build. I mean, you name it, I can pretty much do it. So let me know what you want to see next, and I guess the one that is most referred to, that's the one I am going to probably choose for the next video. So I'll see you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Peace out.